Hello, yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. Today is on the 23rd of March 2023. Today we have news for you, from Simon Ekpa concerning the referendum that's been done in Nigeria and the Biafra land. The scores will amaze you because the Biafran people won the referendum, and they refused to vote in Nigeria election. So at the moment now we're going to listen to Simon Ekpa on in-depth analysis of what happened, of what really went on a referendum between Nigeria and Biafra. So Biafra people decided to stay at home. They decided not to vote for a Nigerian election, and the Nigerian people, they lost and lost woefully. So referendum now, that is what everybody's wishing for now. Referendum now. So we are not interested in any election coming out from Nigeria. So Biafra versus Nigeria. It's there you live or you stay. So you choose one. But Biafran people have chosen that they are not going to validate Nigerian election in Biafra land any longer. So we are on our own, and Nigeria people should go on their own. Please listen to Simon as he explains on everything. Please, if today is your first time of coming across our channel, please do us a favor to subscribe. Also hit the notification button so you get videos or get alert when we upload any video in the future. And also, when you click on the notification button, make sure the notification bell is turned black, so that's how you know you can get us on a different notification. Yeah, let's listen to Simon Ekpa as he analyze the ordeal of what went on in the past Nigeria election versus Biafra referendum. So have a listen. Thank you.
All, I want everybody watching today to pay attention very, very attentively. It is the aftermath of the election. We called for no election in Biafra land, and we got it. Okay? For those of you asking for the roadmap to Biafra, we have been showing you the roadmap, in different segments, from one segment to another, from one level to another. Now we are stepping into a different level of the Biafra liberation. Now the aftermath of the election is what we are here to discuss. Not like discussing the election itself per se, but to discuss how well Biafra people did during the election. Remember that during the presidential election, over 20 million Biafrans rejected Nigeria. It's on record. In the entire South, South, and Southeast, 25 million Biafrans that registered to vote, only 4 million people voted, and over 20 million rejected Nigeria. That's on record. It does not matter what you think about it. It means that over 20 million rejected Nigeria from the Southeast, from the Eastern region. That's why we are continue to call for the referendum, either in peace or in pieces. Now, coming to the last election, which just took place on the 18th of this month, the gubernatorial and state assembly election, I want to bring to your notice that Biafra has spoken again. In addition to the sit at home that we observed during the election, I want you to know that some of the states that the election have been announced, it was even worse than what happened during the general election. At least, most of the states during the general election, more people voted, while in the state, we called Biafrans to boycott the election, and also the number of the people that voted dropped very, very drastically. And that's what we are going to start with this evening. Let us go to the number of voters. If you look at the screen, result from Biafra self-referendum 18th 3, 2023, by rejecting state election governorship result, Ebonyi State total voters registered in Ebonyi State is 1,563,529 people. Total casted vote 349,000, and total number of people in Biafra land are rejected 1,214,380 people. In Ebonyi State, 1.2 million people rejected Nigeria, and in Abia State, 1.6 million people rejected the election. I want people to understand that this is very significant in what we are doing. This record must be kept, well documented, by us, the Biafra people, because we are going to use it very soon. What we are trying to tell you now is that in the just concluded governorship election, the number of the people that validated Nigeria from presidential election dropped. They dropped completely. In Enugu State, during the presidential election, the number of people that validated the presidential election was about 400,000 people. 480,000. Okay? Today, the people that validated the election is less than 480,000 people. So it means that it dropped. Although the Enugu State result is not showing on the screen, we are going to have a complete breakdown of Enugu, Ebonyi, and Abia State. Now we have Ebonyi and Abia State on the screen, as you can see rolling on the screen. So when you look at the Abia State result during the presidential election, compare it with what you have now. The registered voters was 1.9 million people, and the people that voted, or the people that rejected it from this 1.9 million was 1.6 million people. I want you to understand that. Pay attention to that. 1.6 million people. So we are going to bring it to show to the screen, in a better way. Biafrans that rejected Nigeria in Ebonyi State on the 18th of March 2023 are 1,214,380 people. Now, Biafrans that validated Nigeria in Ebonyi, I think I need to, let us bring it here. So now this is a fact. Biafrans that rejected Nigeria in Ebonyi State on the 18th/3/2023 are numbering 1,214,380 people, while Biafrans that validated Nigeria in Ebonyi State on the 18th were 349,149 people. So Biafra, clap for yourself. Biafrans in Ebonyi, clap for yourself. We call it self-referendum. It is going to go down in the history because we ordered Biafra to sit at home and there were no movement to this election. And, from this result, you understand what the referendum of Biafra will be. Clap for yourself. It's a victory for us. And let this particular information go viral. Every auto-piloted IPOB media personnel must make sure that this particular information is tweeted, is shared in all media platforms. Tag whoever you want to tag. We are going to document this history by ourselves. We are going to use it by ourselves. We know why we want to use it, and we know where we are going to use it. So I just want to tell you the progress we have made in the last election. This is just in Ebonyi State alone. So one day Umahi tell you that Ebonyi State is not part of Biafra. He is on his own. When you hear Umahi talking rubbish, he is on his own. What it means is that in Ebonyi State, the only people that respect Umahi and his government are just 300,000 people. I am telling you. What it means is that in Ebonyi State, the people that respect Nigeria in the entire Ebonyi State are just 300,000. While we have about 1.2 million people who were ready to vote, who were ready to validate Nigeria, they refused. So I don't think we'll be talking about majority here because the number of the majority is overwhelming. I want you to get this particular, because some of you don't know what we are doing. You see this information, we are going to need it in international community. We're going to need it in the UN. We're going to need it in nation when we go to nations and visit them and solicit for their support for Biafra. We have laid this particular footprint and foundation that many people, even in Nigeria themselves, don't know where we are coming from. Believe me. But I'm telling you today, for those of you asking, for those of you who are thinking that maybe now is the time that we are starting our liberation, our liberation action. It's starting now, because Biafra is something that it is not just going to happen goam. It is one step at a time, and we have made a very important mark that has never been made in the history of Biafra freedom fighting. There has never been a time where it is very open that Biafra people rejected Nigeria. So I'm just giving you now factual evidence. This is a result, official result from they are also called INEC. Okay? And like I said, whatever I'm doing is something you can cross-check yourself. Check the number of people that voted in general election. After that, we continue our awareness. Check the number of people that vote now, and you see the difference. Now let us go to Abia State. Here we go. Biafrans that rejected Nigeria in Abia State on the 18th of March 2023 were 1,615,837 Biafrans rejected Nigeria in Abia State, while Biafrans that validated Nigeria in Abia State were 317,055 people. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. This is going to be on record. It's self-referendum in a part of Biafra land. Self-referendum. 1 million people say we will never validate in Nigeria. We will never elect anybody to represent us within Nigeria. So what does that tell you? What it tells you is that only 300,000 people validated and voted, participated in the selection. When you look at the number, what this means is that as you are watching this program, please, you can hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Like the video by clicking the heart that is beating like this. Like the video so that you are going to also, it is going to increase the viewers. Like the video by clicking the heart. Like the video by clicking the heart. Okay? Click the heart and it is going to, you have liked it. Now we have about 199 likes, 195 likes on the video. Like the video. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that the number of Biafra people that validated Nigeria in Abia State is just 300,000 people. So when we begin to lock Biafra land down, and the governor will threaten, if you don't come out, you will lose your salary. If you don't come out, you will do this and do that, and nobody will listen to them, because the majority of the people don't have allegiance to Nigeria anymore. Their allegiance to Biafra. They have their allegiance is to Biafra, not to Nigeria. And so I want you to understand that in an election that 300,000 people voted against 1.6 million, you are bringing an anarchy that is going to consume you. In a state where 300,000 people voted and elected a governor against 1.6 million people, you are bringing anarchy. I want to make it very clear. There is no way you can fight this fight and win. There is no way you can win the entire people in Abia State. This is applicable to all states across the southeast and south-south. So I want Biafrans who do not understand what we are doing to know this evening that our roadmap is very clear. All right. So when you have 1.6 million people against 300,000 people, you are bringing an anarchy. So it's not just about this. It is not just about this 1.6 million, but the number that voted for electing the governor in Abia State, for example. I want you to understand that the number that voted for electing the governor in Abia State, let's start from Ebonyi. The number that voted for Ebonyi that elected the APC, 199,000 people. 199,000 is only 199,000 that is loyal to the stooge, Fulani stooge in Ebonyi State today. In Abia State, only 175,000 Biafrans that are going to be loyal to the governor of Abia State against 1.6 million plus other people that did not even care to register because they don't want to validate Nigeria. This is the angle and the perspective I want everybody to understand. I want everybody to understand from the perspective I am coming from this evening. Very, very important. 175,000 people voted for LP in Abia State. 1.6 million people rejected Nigeria in Abia State. You are bringing anarchy. We can never allow you to rule in Biafra land. It's never going to happen. We are not going to validate anybody in Biafra land. We say that we are not going to elect anybody to represent us within Nigeria. So those of you that 175,000 people voted into power in Imo State, those of you that 190,000 people voted into power in Ebonyi State, you are going to have a field
into practice in real terms. The Igbos, as I saw them on my return, would seem to suffer some disabilities still. In fact, those disabilities they see as punishment, continued punishment for participating in the war. And in a country where we're all striving to forget the past and move forward to a brighter future, this constant reminder, this constant punishment, this constant reproach inhibited the Igbo through participation in Nigerian body politic. They would like to feel that in Nigeria they could aspire to any position. They would like to feel that there are no limitations to their contributive capacity in Nigeria. They would like to feel that they could be appreciated fully in Nigeria. They would like to feel that they could be honored in Nigeria for their contribution. In short, the Igbo would like to feel that one day an Igbo could become president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.